how anyone can invest in luxury real estate. Luxury real estate investing is now democratized. Traditionally, if you wanted to buy a $10 million house in Beverly Hills, you need to put down a $3 to $4 million deposit. You need to convince the bank to lend you $6 to $7 million. But in order to get that $7 million loan, you'd probably need to prove to the bank that you have a taxable income of at least $1 to $2 million per year. So even if you have $3 million for the down payment, not anyone can prove that I have a consistent $1 to $2 million taxable income every year. So as you can see, to invest in luxury real estate, it's actually quite complicated for most people. And in addition to all this, you probably need a few extra $1 million on standby if you wish to either renovate the house or you run the risk that you might take 6 or 12 months to find a tenant. So in addition to proving that you have a $1 to $2 million tax-free income stream per year consistently, you basically need to have $4 to $5 million on standby just to buy a $10 million house in Beverly Hills. Then there's the element of actually finding the deal. There's a rule that basically shows you that you need to identify 100 properties, make offers on 10 before you actually settle on one that you buy. So if you look at 5 houses per weekend, which is pretty serious activity, it's going to take you 20 weeks to find that one special house that you want to buy. So that's essentially 5 months of looking at property every week to find the one single home that you want to buy. And if you take into account that every month that goes by, there's another 1% increase in value for these properties, which is historically pretty consistent. That means that by month 5, the price has already gone up by 5%. To get a loan usually takes 2 months, but the bank doesn't give you the cash up front. So in most cases, particularly in high-end suburbs in the US, people have to pay cash first. So you got to pay the $10 million first, and then you got to spend 2 months after you own the property to go and get the loan. So that's another 1 to 2 months after closing the deal. So therefore, you basically need to have $10 million on day one and then refinance later on. If you want to do quick fixes to the property, let's say you want to fix the toilet, the bathrooms, the pool, the landscaping, or the driveway, that's an additional 3 months. Take into account that you need to find the people to conduct all these repairs and upgrades. It's a really, really long and tedious process, and if you're not passionate about this, it becomes really, really tiring. It's easy to get ripped off, and it takes a long time. Then after the property is acquired and you're ready to rent it, you need to find a tenant. Maybe you do Airbnb, and that poses additional challenges if the client doesn't fit the terms of your agreement. And to make things even more complicated, to be on Airbnb, you often need a local license, particularly in LA. This is not just a matter of filling in a form and getting approval. It sometimes takes months for LA County to approve your house for short-term rental. So you're sitting there with this $10 million house, not being able to rent it out, and yet you're still paying a couple of $100,000 every month in mortgage payments whilst the house is empty and without income. It's not that easy, is it? What if I told you that all of these steps can be skipped? What if you can simply put in your money and start letting it compound while all the hard work is taken care of? That way, all you have to do is simply invest and let your money go to work for you. Well, this isn't a fairy tale. This is estate.co, platform that we've been working on tirelessly with our team. A platform where we do all the heavy lifting, we find the properties, we do all the paperwork, we deal with the lawyers, we deal with the banks, we deal with the tenants, and we basically bring these deals to you in a way that you can get invested in as little as 7 minutes with as little as $1,000. We personally find the best deals on the market where the returns are the highest, and we help you diversify your portfolio in the one most stable asset class out there. Every day that goes by, there's a further increase in property value. And I don't want you to miss out on these opportunities when there's only limited spots in every deal available. To get invested today, click on the link below this video or simply go to estate.co and learn more now.